beautiful people. I'm Ebony and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I am a life coach and I empower moms to create a healthy mindset to balance both work and personal life. And on this channel, we talk about personal growth, creating a healthy mindset, goal setting, and so much more. Before we get started, if you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. So as you can see in the title, today's video is going to be about, are you making excuses? Are you making excuses for why you're unable to achieve the goals that you're setting out for yourself? Whether you're doing virtual learning with your kids, whether your kids are always around, you may feel like you don't have enough time, enough money. These are things that you're telling yourself. You have to realize that you need to always make sure that you're making time to pursue your personal goals. Currently, I have a full-time job. I work 9 to 5. Also, I am building my coaching business. This includes doing marketing and social media. I'm actively involved in several Facebook groups. I'm currently receiving my bachelor's degree and I'm trying to build a YouTube channel right now. So it's a lot going on, but I'm trying to make everything happen and I believe that you can do the same. And I did it all even when I felt like giving up at times. How, might you ask? I know you want to know. Mainly by following these 7 steps. Step 1, figure out how much time you really have to devote to your goals. So you could start by just sitting down and jotting down how much free time that you have. And this is without putting your family on the back burner. So this is after your kids are fed, bathed, you're doing the homework, everything you have to do with your children. Also, you can consider, for me, I had to consider how much time I was scrolling on social media. You know, you scroll 5-10 minutes, you look up, it's been a whole hour. That time right there could be devoted towards your goals. You figure an hour or two, that's anywhere from 5 to 10 hours a week that you could be putting towards your goals. That's enough to start off with. Another helpful way for you to get more time to devote to your goals, even if you have your children all the time, maybe you could try putting them to sleep an hour earlier, or you can wake up an hour earlier and get that work done before you have to start getting them ready and getting started with your day. Step 2. Heavily research what it would take for you to reach this goal. Now that you've found free time, this is the point where you can start spending that doing research, reading books and blogs on your goal that you're trying to reach. There's going to be others out there on the same journey as you. You can watch YouTube videos, just any form that's going to get you the ins and outs and the information that you need to see what it's going to require for you to accomplish these goals and to reach that finish line. This will also help you avoid any mistakes. This will definitely help with preventing you wasting any valuable time. So when you're doing this research, you'll know the actual steps that you need to take in order to reach this goal. Step 3, breaking your goals down into mini goals. With all the information you need to reach your goals now is just going all crazy in your head. Remember, now you know what it's going to require for you each day and week to devote to that. You now need to sit down and make a plan. When you're making a plan, don't follow someone else's down to a T. You're not them and they are not you. You have your unique, specific life that you're living, and you need to make sure that your plans are tailored to your specific needs. Yes, you can base your plan created around an expert. However, if you try to follow it down to a T, you're just setting yourself up to fail because that's their plan, and it may not necessarily work for you. Making small goals is not only realistic, it's also giving you the opportunity to still be involved with your kids while still making progress towards your goals. Step 4, prioritize your time. On a calendar or in a planner, just mark down the times that you plan on working on your goals and just make sure that you do. You know, it's very difficult at times for a mother, especially if I work from home and it's still hard. So I know how it used to be when I used to go into the office, and you know, when you get off, you either have some running around to do. I am a personal taxi driver for my son, whether it's practice or whether he has a basketball game. I have to do that. I have to pick him up. Also, just any errands that you have to run on top of cooking dinner. What I do is I just make sure that my kids are fed, that they're bathed, that they're winding down. And my son, he'll be playing his video games after he's done with his homework. My daughter, she'll be playing in her room, or she'll either be in bed with me. This is when I get the time. They're still there. They're still going to be around. Some parents don't have the opportunity to have that free time with their kids not around. So you got to make it work. So while I'm in bed, I'll make sure that I have my laptop and I'll start working on anything that I need to accomplish for that day. It can be anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. Any step is progress. Step 5 is extremely important. I said it in several of my previous videos, but it is seeking accountability. Do you have a friend who wants to also reach a similar or the same goal? This will be important for you to build a partnership with that person, and that way you guys can check up on each other to see how the progress is going, at least once a week. Depending on the goal, you may even be able to work together. Just for instance, I have an accountability partner who also is a coach. So we feed off of each other, and since our goals are in alignment, it's a win-win. We're both going after the same goal. We both have the same journey. So it's just helpful and more beneficial to reach those goals. Another source to find accountability partner would be mommy groups. There's single mom groups, there's overwhelmed mom groups, there's entrepreneur mom groups. Whatever group that you gravitate to is the one that you should try to look for. And if you have multiple groups that you're in, that's also fine. But what that does is just get that accountability that you need to actually push through and keep going. You both will have relatable conversations about the craziness going on at home with your children. However, you can also just get that extra push that you need to get those goals reached. Sometimes when you're trying to do it on your own, it's so easy just to put it on a back burner or to make excuses for why you can't get it done. However, when you have someone holding you accountable, you have that urgency, or you feel like you don't want to let yourself down, let alone come to a conversation where you still didn't come through with something that you wanted to accomplish on your own. So it just gives you that extra push that you need to just keep on going and to just get to that next level and to reach that next goal that you need to reach in order to continue on that journey. Step 6 is a two-parter. So it's going to be set a reward for when you reach the finish line. Also, be your own cheerleader. Sometimes a little incentive is all you need to keep that momentum going to get to that finish line. No matter how small it is, I think that your wins need to be celebrated. You ever notice as just human beings how we're just never satisfied almost? You know how you can accomplish something and you won't even acknowledge it because you're ready for the next thing. And it's like, no, stop, take a breather, realize that you hit a significant milestone and that this should be celebrated instead of just disregarding it. Okay, whatever, I got that out the way. Now let me go to this. No, each step is progress and you have to definitely celebrate the small wins. I typically will celebrate a small win by just having a simple self-care day. If I can't get a self-care day, typically, well, before the pandemic, I would have went out to dinner, had a drink. However, now a simple stay-at-home game night with my kids, who better to celebrate your win with than the people who you're doing this for? So a simple family game night is all the celebration that I need. Being your own cheerleader along your journey would be so helpful. Sometimes we need validation, sometimes we need reassurance, and sometimes we're looking for this from people who aren't really in the same mindset that we're in. And if you're waiting for people to pat you on the back and give you that good job for all your work, you're going to be waiting forever. So what you need to do is be your own cheerleader, realize your steps that you've taken to get to where you are. Look at that journey, look at where you started, and look at how far you've come, and just continue to celebrate that. Be your own coach, be your own drive. Like, you have to be, because if not, who's going to be? The last tip that I want to share with you is step 7. Don't allow yourself to get discouraged if you need to adjust your time. This point is so vital to crushing your goals as a busy mom. Sometimes life doesn't always go as planned, and when it doesn't, what you need to do is not give up, but just readjust your plan. There could be a time where you set a goal for the month, and then what happens? Of course, your baby gets sick, and you're in remission for 2 weeks out of that month. So now you're like, oh my gosh, I give up. I'm not gonna do it. You know how it's just so easy. It's so much more easier to live the regular life and just give up and just do whatever you want to do and not accomplish your goals. Instead of giving up, just simply adjust your time. After all, you said it, so just change it. When you're a mom, life gets so busy and crazy no matter how much you try to keep it as normal as possible. Sometimes the busyness will just eat up the time that you had planned to focus on your goals. No matter how hard you try to prevent it, it's gonna be inevitable. Things are gonna come up, life happens. Remember, when it does, progress is progress, no matter how small. As I stated before, it could be as simple as 15 minutes to an hour. Time is time, just use your time wisely. You will make progress. It might be small, but any progress is getting you closer to reaching your goals. Those were the 7 steps that can help you get started and to keep going on your journey to accomplish your goals and get the things that you want, while still making sure that you're spending time with your kids. Now get out there and crush those goals. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you found these steps helpful and want more information, please schedule a free call with me. My link information will be included in the description box below. And until next time, please be kind and patient with yourself, and I will see you next video.